Hello, hello. This is much better. Sorry about that little technical difficulty. All right, there I am. I am live. Cool. Welcome everyone to my 8 weeks of Christmas. This is week 2. So if you were with me last week, we made this fun gift card holder. Okay, so I had it go the portrait way or landscape this way. So this was week 1. So if you didn't see week 1, you can find that in my videos. It's also uploaded to my YouTube channel at Crafty Diva USA. So you can find it there as well. So today we are on week 2. And again, each week for the next 8 weeks in total, I'll be bringing you either a gift card holder or a card that is super easy for you to mass produce to get ready for some holiday projects for you. And anyway, they don't always, what I'm showing you, you can adapt for any holiday. So what we're making today, here's an example. I had to break out my potions and spells. So here's my sample card. Today we're making a pocket card gift card holder. So I made my sample with potions and spells because I just love it and I can't get enough of this set. So I figured let me do it with that. So I think it came out cute. My little cat has some shimmer brush on it, if you could see. So this is what the pocket card is. So that's a gift card holder or money. So whatever you want to do. And guess what? If you didn't want to use this as a gift card holder, you're just going to eliminate this step when we get to it right here. And then you can just write your sentiment in here. And it doesn't even have to be any type of gift card. It's just a fun little pocket card. All right, and then we have the back side, and you can also put some more sentiments and then write your handwritten sentiment there if you use this as a gift card. So then you can eliminate this piece. So lots of options and super easy. So like I said, gift card, money holder, anything you want to make it. So today we're going to make this again, but we're going to make it Christmas inspired. So today I'm just going to leave this here. Today what I'm going to be using for DSP, I'm going to be using Sentimental Christmas. This is item number 164209. So let me show you these papers. I'll just flip them. They're double-sided. You get 2 of each. This is the paper I'm using tonight. So that's the front. That's the back. This one, it's very nostalgic to me. And that's the back. Kind of like a little old-fashioned, right? 2 of these, sorry. Whoop, so that's the front, that's the back. This is the front, and that is the back. So this is more like a full, that's good for scrapbooking. It's like a full sheet. So, all right, so that's the papers I'm going to be using. Again, that's Sentimental Christmas. Let me put this back in here. And then the stamp set I'm going to be using tonight is Greetings of the Season. So I'm using, I did my stamping already. It's the most wonderful time of year. I did stamp Seasons, Greetings, and For You. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but I did pair that with the Greetings of the Seasons dies because I cut out For You in this one. It's a tag. And then I cut out Seasons Greetings in this one. So I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, but this is a great set if you haven't picked that up yet. Okay. So that is that. That's what I'm using. Now I'm going to bring in my papers. If you're watching with me, say hi. I'd love to give you a shout out. If you're new here, welcome. Okay. So here, let me give you, I always like to just write the directions so you can screenshot this. Let me just leave that here for a second. If you're part of my private group, I did post these already. So the directions are posted. And by all means, please, afterwards, post your project. If you're in my private group, I'd love to see what you make. And if you're not in my private group, you can look in the comments section in this post, and there's a link for you to join there. As well as my newsletter, if you'd like to join that as well. Okay, so now that I'm going to show you what papers I'm using. So for DSP, like I said, I'm using this piece right here. So this is cut at 4 by 12. Okay, just all you need to know right now is that the 4 by 12, and we'll get to the rest of the directions after. And then I cut 3 pieces. I need Poppy Parade, one 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because that coordinates. Another Poppy Parade at 3 1/2 by 5. And then you're going to cut one at 1 1/2. I'm sorry, 1 1/8 by 1 5/8. If you don't have a label, like I said, I already cut out some labels here. So if you're not going to use a label, you want to make sure that you cut out this 3rd piece of cardstock. Okay. And then for our white, you're going to need 2 pieces. And these are cut at 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then you're going to need that 1 piece of white cut at 1 by 1 1/2. Again, you only need this if you do not use a label. Okay, so that's all we need. But I did choose to create a label, and I might use it. I don't know. I already did my stamping, and I heat embossed this. I don't know why my camera is jumping, so I apologize. Just seems like it's got a little tick tonight. But maybe the playback won't have that. So there you go. You see I embossed that with gold heat embossing. So that says Season's Greetings. I made another one that says For You. And then on my little white tag, I have For You using Poppy Parade ink. I just don't know which one I want to use. So I figure let's get all 3 of them created. And as I'm making it, we will decide. All right, so I'm going to take off all of my sizes here. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. Now, what you're going to want to do, and I've already gone ahead and done that. So let me show you. These 2 white layers are your stamping layer. So you're going to want at the top a sentiment. So again, I heat embossed Merry Christmas, and that is with gold embossing powder. So if you see my Happy Halloween, this is about a 1/2 inch how much of your card that sticks out. So you want to be mindful of that. So probably just line type stamping would be perfect here, line sentiments. So this is Merry Christmas. This is out of that stamp set here. You have the Merry and the Christmas. Okay, so that is that. That's for the front of my card. And for the pocket, and again, you can stamp more in here. You can write your sentiment in here. Don't be afraid to do that. But if you're going to use that back layer for additional stamping, like I did here, it's the most wonderful time of year. And again, I did that in gold heat embossing. I did this off camera just for the purpose of the video because embossing is not today's project. Today's project is putting together this pocket card. Again, I'm using labels, so I heat emboss that with gold. And if I choose to use the little label here, like on this project, I have it stamped For You. So I already have done my stamping, so this is the time you'll want to stamp all of your pieces and parts. And now we'll get creating the pocket fold. It's super easy. All right, so few things to be mindful of. If your paper is directional, you want to make sure it's portrait style. So it's going from top to bottom. I wouldn't want my paper 4 by 12 with my deers going sideways, right? So be mindful of your paper. If it's doesn't have images like this and it can go multi-directional, it doesn't matter. Like this side of the paper wouldn't matter. But when I cut this, I am going to want, I want the deer background paper to stick out a little bit here and a little bit here. And then where the green is on this will be the back side. So how I do it is whatever side you want to show here, that's the side you're going to start working on. Okay. So again, here is because mine has, is directional. I have to be mindful of that. Here's a sample. Let me just show you over here. So I'm going to score this on, I'm going to cut off the 1.5 inch. Then I'm going to score it on the brown side facing up, because then when I'm done, I'm going to flip this down, flip this over. There's my pocket. So you see how it is the proper direction? So the way I did that is when I have my paper portrait, I'm putting it in my trimmer, okay? So you would think you're gonna put it in this way, right? We're not gonna do that. Because I want that side to show in this part of the card, you want that side facing up to score, right? I hope I'm not losing anybody. So whatever part of your paper you want to show here, you want to score that side up, okay? So I'm scoring on this side. So again, here's the multi-directional. I'm just flipping it over. So you're not putting it in your trimmer this way. I'm actually putting it in my trimmer upside down, okay? So let me show you, because I want to cut off this end. So see how it's upside down, okay? So here's the direction. You would think put it in your trimmer this way, so hold it this way, and then just flip it upside down, okay? I'll do it again on my piece. So here's the paper. We're gonna turn it because it's gonna go into my paper trimmer, but I'm gonna flip it upside down, okay? And I'm going to then put it into my trimmer, and I'm gonna cut off 1.5 inch. That's the most confusing part of this whole thing. And do it a few times and then you'll understand. Okay, so sorry, I didn't need to take that out. So I took off my 1.5 inch. You're gonna hold that, keep this. This is gonna make our pocket. And now what we're gonna do is get rid of our trimmer piece, and then we are going to score this at 1 1/4. And then 5 1/4. Okay. And then I'm going to pick it up and hold it towards me. Here's my first score line, all right? That's all we need this for. So now I'm going to fold towards me, okay? And then I'm going to fold this piece up, all right? So that's why it was confusing, because we wanted to make sure our papers are right side up. That's how it works. All right, you might have to watch the video a few times and it'll make sense. I'm just gonna burnish this down a little bit and burnish this down a little bit. Okay, now what you wanna do is, everyone knows I'm a big fan of 1/8 inch tear and tape, okay? If you have this, you wanna put a thin piece of tear and tape here and a thin piece of tear and tape here. So you're just gonna wanna seal your pocket. Okay, if you don't have tear and tape, you can use a thin bit of glue. Since I do have 1/8 inch tear and tape, I got this on Amazon. I love it, especially for gift cards. I'm just putting a piece here and a piece here. And then in the front, you want to put some on your flap. Want to take that off. Okay, so you want to fold your flap down. You guys, this is so easy. So this is great for birthdays. All right, so there is your pocket. Okay, so if I took, let's take this out. Okay, that would be our pocket. All right, so our pocket is made. Now what we want to do is we want to, okay, so now we're going to move our pocket to the side. So now you would start doing your stamping, or if you were done with your stamping, we're just going to adhere these together. So I'm going to use some liquid glue. So you're just adhering, you're taking that, this is 3.5 by 5, and I'm layering that with my front part. Oh, no. Okay, I made a boo-boos. We need to make our pocket first. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I gotta let that dry a moment. I need to make the pocket. Let me see if I could just wipe some of that off. Okay. I'm just going to let that dry a minute because we need to make our pocket first. So we are going to get, remember that piece that we cut off, that 1.5-inch piece off the top? What we're going to do is that's going to go along the bottom here. Let me bring my little rubber. Where's my little rubber piece so this glue doesn't stick to it? There we go. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue, and you could just use your liquid adhesive right along the bottom here. Nothing too crazy. And then you're going to line this piece up with a little bit of overhang on each side, right to the bottom, just like that. Okay, now you're going to flip it over, and you're going to crease that side in, crease this side in. Then you're going to put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue in here, and you're going to seal those sides up. I almost missed that. Okay. Okay, that's good. So that now is our pocket. So our pocket's done. So now you would want to attach this to that piece. Do over. Okay, I love these colors together. This Poppy Parade really pops. No pun intended. Okay, so there's that. So now the back side could be for another sentiment, could be for writing. You could stamp out a whole scenery. Like if you had the Snowy Wonder set, it makes really cute scenery, so you can do that. Okay, so there is our interior piece. Love it. Okay, let's bring in this piece now. We got to work with our ribbon. Good luck. Oy, ribbon. Okay, so this is the way I found this to be easy for me. I keep it on the spool so I have no waste. We're going to make a knot. Okay, so you do you. This is just how I do it. I'm going to go right over left and under, right over left and under, and then pull it. Okay, when you're making a knot, you want to pull up and down, not side by side. So now I'm going to hold this, and now I'm going to go top over bottom and pull through. Okay, and then you want to hold that and just pull. Okay, there. However you do your knots, but this is the way it works. So it's right over left, pull up, pull, and then left over right and under, and then pull your left hand out. There's so many videos on how to do ribbons. I'm not the best to explain it to you, but you'll see this, it is the right way to make them. Hi. I think I need new scissors. Okay. See? Okay, and you can move this around however you want. And then you really don't get much waste. This is the only piece of waste I had from my ribbon. Okay, and that, what ribbon was I using? This is just gold. I got this on the sale. This was when they had the clearance sale. Okay, so you could tie your tie it in there, pulled it through, but I'm just going to make it like an illusion, look like it's there. See the little hole? I'm going to put a glue dot right there. So I don't know which sentiment I want to use. So we'll do that next. But now all we have to do, here's our pocket. Okay, now we just have to adhere this to our card base, which is right there. And, you know, whatever you feel like you want to use, that's pretty sturdy. I'm probably going to use, again, I'm a tear and tape fanatic. I love it. This is probably 1/2 inch I have here. So I'm just going to use some strong tape, some strong tear and tape. And I obviously am not adding more to this card. I was going to leave it nice and simple just with the tag. But as you can see, what I did here with the Halloween one, definitely add more elements to it. But I felt, you know, this paper didn't really need much. Okay, so there's that. Now let's think about this. If I'm going to use this sentiment, this is what it's going to look like. Right? Kind of like that. Or season's greetings. Kind of like that too. Or for you. Kind of like that too. So, I don't know, I really like this one. I'm going to just have to make 3 all together, just like this one, because I'm going to use that one, and I'm not wasting these 2. So that will be for another project. All right, so all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get a glue dot and just, where's my glue dots? Right here. First, what I'm going to do is just take a glue dot and put it underneath, and then I'm gonna put that just like that. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put another glue dot just underneath here, kind of hold that down. Okay, those are for another project. And there you have it, super easy pocket gift card holder. Okay, or money. So whatever you would like to choose. And here's a Halloween version and a Christmas version. So I hope you enjoyed week 2 of my 8 weeks of Christmas, and I'll see you next Friday for week 3. Take care now.